Hello folks, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a new week in Minecraft. We are back on the Citadel today. We're going to pick up where we left off, puttering around, working on some storage solutions as well as doing some texture on the farm road. So I'm slowly closing shop on the storage system under the keep, and then we're going to move some things around, maybe get some extra shulker boxes out of it, and eventually turn it into a distillery. But for now, we have to kind of slowly pick away at things. Something we were discussing actually yesterday on the Spawn Chunks podcast with Pixel Riffs. We have a new episode out, 358. We talked about all of the ways that I need to move from Westhill to the new project and what that looks like logistically. And actually, it feels a lot like moving house. You know, like if you've lived in an apartment or a house for 10 years and you're going to move, that's what this feels like, because we've been in this area for 4.5 years now. So it's going to be interesting to see how that all works out together. I definitely need more shulker boxes. I need to actually poke some of my server mates to see if there's any shulker boxes that I can either borrow or have to replace later. Because I do want to build a shulker box farm on the server. So that's part of the plan in between projects anyway. But on episode 358, we actually talked about the runners up to all of the mob votes. So recently the Copper Golem has been added in a Bedrock preview. It's eventually coming to Java snapshots as well. And throughout the years with the mob votes, there were runners up like the Glare, the Rascal, the Tough Golem. And so Johnny and I went through the full list of runners up and discussed whether or not we think they could still be added to Minecraft, and if they were, what kind of changes would need to happen to make them a little bit more viable. So if you're interested in that conversation, check out the Spawn Chunks. It's on your favorite podcasting app. There's a video version available on YouTube right now, so you can go watch it there. Share it with friends. We're trying to grow the listener base, so if you enjoy the show, if you know somebody that likes Minecraft and would like to stay up to date week to week with a fun editorial casual conversation, then the Spawn Chunks is definitely where I would send them. I'm a little biased, but hey, we've been doing the show for almost 400 episodes now, so it's going very well, and we're coming up on 7 years in August for the show, so it's been a good time. So we are in the basement of the keep, and I wanted to see how many. I'm gonna move all this, and I think I'm gonna try to empty some of these shulker boxes. I might have to rethink what we're doing on the other side. The Nookie subscribed its tier 1 for 24 months. It's a 2-year anniversary for the Nookie. That's amazing. Nookie, thank you ever so much. Very, very kind of you. And I've been seeing your builds in the Spawn Chunks Discord. Really cool stuff. You're obviously putting a lot of time in. Gappy the Guy, good to see you as well. SweetSandi, hello. Thanks for modding as always. All right, so I think I need to do a quick recon over to the new storage system, which is going to be basically the crypt under the keep. Basically, I want to free up some of these grass shulker boxes for sand, because the sand is coming with us, but the dirt and grass is probably not. Oh, you're welcome, Nookie. Thank you. 2 years of subscribing to the channel is amazing. So underneath the graveyard, we have the crypt, and the crypt is just nothing but a bunch of double chests. Very dark. But we have dirt and grass, and I think I'm going to have to dedicate a lot more here. So I've got 2, 4. So there's 4, 8, 12, and then I've got 6. I think I can do dirt there. So I've got 3 full of dirt. I think I can fit all the dirt there. If not, I can probably just turf the rest. And I think I have to move some of that stone around. I think I can get away with 12 boxes of grass. Lord Andy, subscribe to Tier 1 for 11 months. Love the content. Keep up the amazing work. Thanks very much, Lord Andy. Appreciate that. I'm glad you like it because I'm definitely going against the grain. Like when I see YouTube videos for Minecraft, so many of the creators that I follow have moved on to a new series, something gimmicky and short-lived, like early day Minecraft builds or hardcore. Not that that's gimmicky, but like a lot of the content on YouTube is like really fast-paced, incredibly amount of time put into Minecraft off like stream, making a 20-minute video out of like a 17-hour build. And I'm more of a slow pace. I put the full VODs on YouTube. My other YouTube channel hasn't actually been utilized in a while. I do want to continue to make some short form content at some point. I just don't know exactly what or how yet. I guess I can just move those there. I think we'll move the grass first. That's going to be, we might need more than 12. That's 3. Yeah, it might fit. We might have to turf just a little bit of grass. Pardon the pun. And that's a hype train. We got 3 minutes left on the first hype train. Also reminds me, I'm going to change the setting here. What's the plan for today? We are going to poke a little bit at the storage system. And then we're going to finish up the texture on the farm road. So, we started doing the texture in through here. And I need to finish up this section. That's it. So today's kind of like a utility day, I guess. SweetSandi gifted a tier 1 sub to Gappy the Guy. Thanks so much, Sandy. Gappy, if you have not already connected your Discord and your Twitch accounts, you can look for the Joel Duggan Discord in your Discord connections tab. Sometimes it takes Twitch about 20 or 30 minutes to talk to Discord, but once you've got it, you can absolutely join the Joel Duggan Discord for the next month. And then if you decide to either renew the sub or join the Patreon, then you can keep on hanging out in the Discord. For anybody wondering, if you're not a Twitch person, Patreon is a cheaper option to join the Discord. It's more consistent too. All right, so we are going to put grass. This is already full. This could be a problem. I might have to dedicate this entire thing to grass. At least the shulker boxes. Guess I should probably empty these in order. Grass, 4, 5, 7. I should have brought a torch or something. It's very dark in here. Actually, I guess I could just turn off shaders briefly. Those are all full. Those are all full. That's empty. And we're gonna, I think we're just gonna turn this whole wall into grass. This might end up giving me an extra 6 shulker boxes, which is gonna be great. We had more dirt over there as well. I should probably move all this stuff over here. That's where I started logs. Of course. Hey, DSP Bird. Thanks very much for the subscription. We are on a level 2 hype train with another minute left. Thanks for the Prime sub. If you missed it, you can connect your Discord and your Twitch and join the Joel Duggan Discord now. That was the wrong chest. The problem in here is to keep it looking like a crypt. I've not labeled anything. So we just have this left. Dunaraf, hello, hello. That is, I think it was a level 2 hype train? No, the level 1. What a great way to kick off the week. Thanks so much, folks. Appreciate it. Retro Shaggy, good to see you. Hello. All right. So now I think we can go get the other stuff. Don't want to leave any of these behind. Don't arrive lurking as per normal. Thanks, appreciate it. I don't often get to walk through the city at night. It's essentially spawn-proof. There's not very many places, so it's pretty safe. Which is fun, because it's, you know, a lot of times when you're playing Minecraft, you sleep by default, just out of pure brain training. I think the only spot to spawn anything is in here, still. Yeah. I guess I should be taking this stuff from above. I forget that the hoppers are going to be full too. I thought it was important to kind of share this stuff too, because if anybody else is contemplating long-term worlds or big builds, like, you really have to think about the logistics and survival of bringing all this kind of stuff either with you or storing it somewhere. Like, you put so much work into mining and shaping the land and doing all this kind of stuff, it feels kind of silly to not keep at least some of it. I know at a certain point it's just not worth it, right? But all right, I can take these. With vibrant visuals, I'm trying to stay up through the night now just because I enjoy the new lighting and shadows. Oh yeah, with vibrant visuals is really cool. I mean, again, I've got shaders on right now because I'm on Java, but I like vibrant visuals for the most part. I certainly like the idea of it, and I understand that it's currently in like a beta and they need some feedback, but I'm really looking forward to doing some testing. So when vibrant visuals comes to Java, I'm going to be using a snapshot world to test. Those are both full. This can get filled up. Whoops. The city's almost spooky at night. Yeah, I can sort of see that. I tried to light it up not so much functionally for Minecraft, but functionally for the town. Oh wow, that's everything. And you know, it's funny, I've been playing with shaders for a few weeks now and just saying, you know what, I'm sacrificing my frame rate. I understand I'm not getting the best frame rate. Yay, everything fit. But I forget that I can get like 120 frames per second without shaders. So this is with the shaders off. Seems much less orange and not as dark anymore. You mean vibrant visuals or this? Like this is what it looks like at night without shaders. The lit areas are still lit. It's just the dark areas get really dark. I've got it on a hotkey. I think it's K. Oh, we've got shulker boxes of dirt too. I did not see that. It's a hopper. Oh, that's coarse dirt. Where are you coming from? What? Oh, is there like a... That was odd. We've got coarse dirt. I don't want that over there. That's actually more useful. Oh, 3 shulker boxes. We should be okay. Plus the 3 that I've got here. I think that's everything. Nice. So daytime is where I feel like the shaders really make a big difference, especially at this time of day. It feels like Vibrant Visuals is less orange, is not as dark anymore. Have they made changes to it, Retro? I didn't notice the fog in Bedrock Edition, but I've not tried. We're on 1.21.5 right now on the Citadel. That's full, that's full, that's full. I might not be able to get rid of all of this, but that's fine. Oh, maybe. Nice. That one was empty. I thought I had 3 shulker boxes. I only had 2. Nice. A little bit to spare. I'm alright with that. And once I get more shulker boxes, we could condense this down. But right now, we've got essentially all of these are full. Oh, not quite. Let's pull from this one. I'll leave this top left one here as the one that's empty. Cool. And then this one, that's the back one that's empty. Now over here, we've got a start for diorite, granite, nothing in there. And then I've got all the gray ones. Okay. I think that's organized. The only way I know how to go up that staircase is because I built it. I can't see anything. I get all my news from you and Johnny, and I haven't heard you guys mention anything in the changelog, but it does seem like it has been updated. Oh, interesting. So I don't know enough about the Bedrock updates to know like how they changed that. There was a new Bedrock preview. I think Dan shared it. Dan Grice in the Discord. And I think it was related to the lava chicken music disc, maybe? Lord Andy is mostly a Bedrock player, can definitely tell between regular fog and vibrant visuals fog. Where are you at now? Like, what is that's a giant render hole. What have you noticed lately, Andy? Like, is it different? So the good news is I've got more shulker boxes now. The bad news, I have no levels. So I can't actually label these. So what we've been doing is trying to get all my sand into boxes. I really only need 2 more shulker boxes. But that's good. We've got like 9 new shulker boxes. I'll take that. These filters are still there. We might be able to rip this out today, you know? We might be able to rip this out. I'll use the brown shulker boxes for sand for now. And I only need a single chest to store those in. And I guess the easiest way to do that would be here. Sometimes it's nice to have a little extra room. All right, so that's our sand. Yeah, like I don't need this storage system anymore, so we can rip that out today. It's gonna feel weird. Don't know what we're gonna do with the background here. I mean, I'll stop the water. I'll probably just leave it lit and open. I don't know why I would want to keep it, but then we've also got all the under stuff too. Although that just kind of goes straight back to an elevator. There's really not much going on there. It's not as complicated as you think. This is the overflow roundabout. So essentially the way that this was working is that I would dump in all my stuff. So if I came back from clearing out a huge area in the valley, landscaping and stuff, I could just dump everything in here, just throw it all in there, and it would start to go around in circles. And so it would go down there, up, around, it would come out here, get filtered through all the different filters. And then what the filters didn't pick up, this would shoot over this way, and that drops down. So from the end, it would drop down and then rejoin and just kind of loop around again, and the whole thing would start over. So just in case the hoppers got overflowed or something. It was a pretty decent system for starting off here. And I'm sure that there's a couple of videos of me building this. Probably 4 years ago. No vibrant visuals, but you're not a shaders user either, so with time you'd probably get used to it. Yeah, I really like shaders. Like, if it makes Minecraft feel like much more modern video game. I wish I could get higher frame rates. I really only get around 30 FPS. I find that with compression on Twitch VODs, like, it doesn't really matter. If I was doing recorded video, I would probably not use shaders because I don't think I would be able to get the thing. Well, that's the other thing. I'm getting 30 frames per second because I'm streaming at the same time. If I was just playing, I would probably be getting a little bit more. Okay, what are we doing? We need to go get... These are all empty. I'm going to need my redstone box to put stuff away. I'm going to need my oak and spruce boxes. And the barrel box. We'll probably leave the pillars in for now because the lights are attached to them. This is a nice little break. I'm looking forward to seeing some progress in here and starting to think about what I want to do with the distillery. And in order to do that, I think I really need to have an empty room. Right now, my biggest beef with vibrant visuals are the two major points, which is how vibrant the warm colors are in certain biomes. Like pigs look like they're pink sunburnt, and dirt blocks look red. Like it's very, very oversaturated. And then in the desert, when I was on Xbox this week, testing out vibrant visuals there, great performance. But in the desert, the shadows are blue. And I don't mean like tinted ever so slightly cool. I mean they are blue. Like blue. And it feels very strange. It's not how shadows work in real life. For people that are like pushing up their glasses and stuff, I worked as an artist for 20 years. I have a degree in fine art and I am a professional illustrator. So like when I see colors that are off, I know what I'm talking about. and I'm hoping that they give us a chance to fix it, you know, to tweak the settings, or that give us some feedback or whatever. That's good. That's good. What else did I say I needed? That one. I'll bring that back just in case. I might need that and that. I think we're good. Dirt looks like granite. Yeah. Yeah, it's very pink. So I think underneath here we can leave the pillars for now, and I'll return to those, and I'll work out the dimensions of what I want the room to be. The good news is we could always expand it a bit. The only thing that's in our way is the moat. So in the basement, I think the moat is the only thing that might be in the way. We're pretty deep though. Like we're pretty low down here. Because in addition to being down on the ground here, we go down like 2 blocks. Yeah. Are the hoppers full? Oh, there's no space for hoppers. What do I have in here that I don't need to have in here? I've got more chests that I know what to do with. Which is good, because when I move to a new area, that means it's probably something I'm not going to have to worry about right away. Alright, first things first, I guess we need to get rid of the water. I'll just use some stone for that. Take a screenshot. Before and after. I always forget to do this. End of an era. So make it a little bit easier to move around. What I should do is leave that going until the end, because then anything that we mine out here that drops into the water stream will just kind of like shoot out to us and we don't have to go get it. So I'll leave that here for now. The next thing is going to be to empty all the hoppers, just so we don't have items going absolutely everywhere. I really want to have my next storage system be something that has shulker box loaders. We have some in the Nether. My trick is to just use renamed sticks. I just call them filter sticks. So you know it's never going to be something that's in your inventory. Great. I'm pretty sure I built this out of oak because we had so much oak from destroying the village that was here. I had a lot of grass that was in there. I didn't realize that. It's so weird tearing stuff like this down. Like, I don't know how many times I've like ripped down something that I've built in this world, because it's not been very often. Most of the things that we've done have been permanent fixtures. And I'm the kind of guy that makes the redstone at the back look good, even though no one can see it. I find that it makes things for me easier to troubleshoot later on. Got excess hoppers. I think I've got my iron in here. Handy dandy filter sticks. I think that's where I was leaving it, so I'm going to leave these front pillars for now. I'm glad that I took the time to design this, because, I mean, we've been staring at it for 4 years, so it's nice that it was something at least pleasing on the eye. Can't say I use yellow glass all that often. Retro says I do the same with my redstone, making it look good. It's mostly for me, but when I show my friends, they're always blown away. Yeah, I think it's, for me, it's a combination of, like, obviously I'm doing content, so it's nice to do it. I also find that because, like, I've been spending the last 4 years in this medieval zone, when I have a chance to do a redstone project, like update the iron farm or something, decorating the redstone gives me a chance to do something with, like, bright colors and concrete and, like, really make it look almost electronic, because then you can just, like, let loose creatively and you're not hamstrung to, like, gray and brown, you know? You see, for example, that stuff is going to come out. It should shoot out here. Maybe not. I thought that was going to shoot out that way. Maybe they all ended up on the thing. Nope, there we go. They all just ended up on the slab. Leave that like that for now. Don't need this. It's been a while since I've done any redstone. I think the last thing I worked on was updating the iron farm. And even then I didn't really have to do much redstone. It was mostly just game mechanics. My inventory's full. And decorating the redstone. I've got extra hoppers. Might have to put together like an extra redstone box here. Didn't count on getting all of this stuff. Deep slate. I forgot about all the little stacks of 42 that were in the filter hoppers. Replenished our spruce, no problem. And I didn't bring the tuff with me. Ice and glass I should have in here. That'll be the next big thing too, is going to be reorganizing my ender chest when I leave this area too. Doesn't help that none of it hit the waterway. Everything is just straight floating around. I do like to make sure I have full access to any redstone components I lay down so I can change and adapt them easier. That's why I put so much effort into the detail. Yeah, I liked it too. Like, I don't want to have to jump around or build a scaffolding just to kind of get close to something. I know what you mean. I probably should have taken this down from the top down, but cool. So now I think what I'll do is I'll probably take out the stone bricks and we'll just replace that with stone. Just that the room is all the same. Clean slate. I should just cover this over. I don't have to drop down all the time. Go. You make little control rooms. Nice, yeah. I want to do that with the new sci-fi area. I want to create some sort of like central space. I'm not sure how easy that's going to be. It might be more redstone than I'm really aware of and able to do, but you know, I'll learn. Oh, that's a stair. Let's put that back. I may need or want to use this waterway underneath for either like sound effects, or maybe I need like a drain for the distillery. I don't know. So I'm going to leave it for now. I'll leave the access back here too. Stream is now an hour old. Time to take a break. Thanks very much, Sandy. I'll fill this in and then we'll take that normal break. I'm not sure if I'm going to make the room bigger or smaller. I'll probably work from the inside out. I'll probably work from like the kind of things I want to have in the distillery. And then we'll go from there. It could be fun to have some movement, you know, like it could be fun to have maybe honeycomb circulating around. I don't know whether they will disappear when the chunks unload. They might. That, I think, is meant to be the center of the room, so I'll leave those there. That should come out here. Nope, I must have got caught. Yep. All right, not bad. I think I will rip out the wood, and I'll just probably put in another one of those stone columns, just kind of make it feel uniform. For now, though, I'm just going to take a couple minutes to go reheat my coffee. I do this once an hour, folks, to take a break. You should too. If you've been here for an hour, then thank you. But also give yourself a stretch. Grab a snack, grab a friend. I'll be right back. I feel like I need to go get more of my shulker boxes. Excuse me. Wow, that snuck up on me. Thanks, Andy. And the Nookie, honey mead, I think is what we're going to theme the distillery after. I looked quickly on the break, but I couldn't find it. But I've got some screenshots of an old design that involved using copper, acacia logs, and then blocks of honey inside of it, in like a 4x4 or 3x3 kind of build, and it looked like vats of like honey mead. So that's what we're gonna do probably. Bring those back, and that back. Don't remember what else we had. There's definitely dirt, coarse dirt, grass. I think that was it. I do find it odd with the shader pack that the stars come out before the sun goes down. It's a little weird. I feel like they could push that off a little bit. The sky's the right color, but seeing the stars this early is a little bit strange. Yeah, I'll try to throw something together real quick. I don't know that we had copper pressure plates, not copper pressure plates, copper trapdoors at the time. So like we might be able to like change the design of it a little bit. It is very dark in the middle of this room. All right, so we can put a lot of this away. I don't know why I have so many buttons. I must have made them by mistake. All right, so now we're just gonna probably seal this part off because this is just the overflow. That was just a drop. Oops. I'd like to keep this back entrance. That's like the little secret door into the storage shed. So we'll keep that. I should probably put a torch over there. And then how much space do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That works out quite well. Two at the ceiling. And then slabs and stairs, looks like. Now, can I reach this? I can. One, two, three, 4, 5. And I don't think I put them on the edge of the room, it's only in the middle. And this is kind of like a special case. Right. Cool. So then maybe to come up with a way of lighting this better. We'll figure that out. Ceiling is just the right height. I think you can see the moon and stars sometimes before the sun is all the way down in real life. The moon, sure. I don't know about stars. That also could be me living in a city. All right, now how much of this? I guess we can probably just do a single light over here. Is this room centered on 2? It might be. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it is. Okay. And this is probably 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, okay. So that is the middle. I'll do the same thing on the end. Oops. So it's still a little bit dark in the middle. Only, I don't know if we are completely spawn proof. Nope. Still a little bit in the middle. We'll have to sort that out too. Now, go up here and decide what we're doing with this. I can probably just use I do this. It's going to go straight. Yeah. Cool. It's good enough for now. I know I've got spots for glass and ice. Cool. So that clears that out. I can probably just use a couple more of those. So it's still a bit of a utility room, but we're getting there. Welcome back, Lord Andy. I live in the suburbs of New Jersey, so you can't see a whole lot in the sky here either. But when I go up to Maine and go snowboarding, I'm in the middle of nowhere and the sky is full of stars. Oh, for sure, yeah. Yeah, I can see that. I've got a tough one over there. I might have been toying with the idea of making it tough. This will eventually get textured and sorted, but I don't know. I feel like this might be okay size. I don't think I'd want it to get any bigger, but we may turn that into more of a corridor. Like I may cut off the. I might come in by one pillar. We'll see. Anyway, that's all done. What I don't have is the levels to label and rename the shulker boxes. I always find it annoying when you've lit like the room on the edges and then there's this one spot in the middle that you can't leave. I could also narrow this room by a block and make it a more balanced build. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so this is probably built on the middle, is it? Yeah. 4 that way and 4 that way. I remember when I first did this, I definitely had the middle mapped out. Cool. Ugh. Actually, you know, this shader pack still has blue skies when it rains too sometimes. Unless it's a thunder shower. The other shader pack I had, which I don't remember what it was called. Silders maybe? No. BSL. BSL got really dark when it rained. And I didn't dive into it far enough to know whether that was something I could change. It probably is. And we're right back where we started. Nice. So what needs to happen now is this kind of texture treatment that we have going on in this back farm road. I just need to continue that down through here. And I had toyed around very briefly with putting in another little pond and a stream. I don't know if I want to do that. It would mean putting like a little bridge over this here. Maybe we'll just throw in some thistles or something. Or a rock here would be good. Let's see, I'm gonna need spruce planks, not spruce, jungle. Concrete powder. Yeah, I'm pretty close to the coast, so if I wanted to go see stars, it's really only like a 20-minute drive. I thought you could sleep early when it rains, but it's not that early, I guess. I don't know if we'll need flowers. I might. Yeah, I know thunderstorms you can sleep earlier. But you can sleep a little bit earlier in the rain too. It's not by much, but it is possible. I think we can maybe put some lighter blocks there. This is always tricky, trying to bring two different textures together. So around here, I'm going to start to incorporate some of the jungle wood. You're using it over here too, right? Kind of want it to overlap. Whoops. Might be able to get away with something darker in the corner here. Actually, maybe we'll put that here. It doesn't look good with that weird checkered pattern. Maybe I'll just add this. I feel like this is just going to be rough grass. Not a whole lot going on. I might be able to drop in some extra stuff. Trying to make it look like it's not something you want to walk over. It's getting there. Yeah, not bad. Definitely feel like I could use some more carpet though. Oh, I don't have my shears with me. I think I left those back in the keep. Unless I put them in here. I did not. And I know I've got like 6 pair. I need more leaf litter anyway. Thanks for the lurk, Blast Jordan. Good to see you. I need nuggets for barely any levels. Bring extra leaf litter. Is there anything else I needed from here? I don't think so. Oh, shears. The whole reason I went. The whole reason I went. I'm having one of those weeks where I walk into a room and immediately wonder why I walked into the room. So here we might be able to squeeze in a little bit of kind of flower coverage. Help give that a little bit of a border maybe. Yeah, not bad. Maybe we'll do a little bit of flower on this side too. If I change this to moss, I can put flower there. Just sort of like pulling on the idea that there's flowers in the area so that they might spread around. The Nookie says, that's baseline me walking into a room. What am I doing? Yep, I can identify. It's one of those months where I just have a lot on my mind. I don't know about there, maybe here. It's always hard to tell first thing in the morning because it's so bright. Everything seems to be like reflecting. I sort of feel like I've just formulaically dropped things in. It feels very, I don't know, without purpose. What other textures I lay down? Probably stripped spruce. Yeah, a little bit. That's usually good in situations like this. Sometimes the 3D trapdoors are distracting. Oh, I guess I should change that to go the other way. We're getting there. It's funny how one block, like just 1 meter, makes a big difference. Yeah, not bad. Could use some lighter colors over here, maybe. This just feels very empty. Maybe if I move this. That's a little bit better. Cool. Think we're cutting there. It's hard not to repeat patterns. Yeah, that's pretty good. Maybe we'll switch this out. Nope, better before. I do find that definitely a pattern where I'm constantly switching things around and switching them back, and it takes time. It's hard to tell until you place the grass down where it's going to go. kind of want to try some darker green. I wonder if some green wool would look good. Just to kind of rough it up a little bit. Might not work. Maybe if it was closer here. So have the wool be closer to the insides. Again, harder to tell as the sun's going down, but that's pretty good, I think. Burninator, hello. The Wormbow, subscribing at tier 1, 11 months. Another person that's just coming up on a full year. Lord Andy was at 11 months today too. Thanks very much, Wormbow. Appreciate it. I think that's the little grassy part taken care of. I feel like we've already done this stuff. That area is sort of done. Here is where I definitely need to do something. And this is where I think we're going to put in a rock. Hey, there's Dan. Dan Grice with the tier 1, 52 months. Thanks ever so much, Dan. Appreciate it. And that kicked off a hype train, level 1. 4 minutes and 40 seconds for people that want to dive in. This is a pretty easy trick to fill in some space when you have the need. Just bury a rock. Something large enough that the farmer probably would want to move it. I'd say that's pretty good. Oh, I should be dropping acacia in here. There we go. maybe even a little of that. Some extra grass. Oops. I'm going to go grab some other stone textures too. Maybe some mossy cobble will help make this feel a little bit better. I kind of want to replace this with carpet. Yes. All right, more stuff. Got another 10 seconds left on the hype train for anybody that wants to try to dive in. Now what I want, mossy cobble. I don't think I'll need andesite, but I'll take some just in case. Thanks again for the hype train, folks. Very, very kind of you. This one. Sure. Oh, the woes of having an inventory that is too full. I think that's the only thing I don't like about this kind of texture work is like the level of constant management is real. Are there tough buttons? I don't remember. Don't think so. No. Right now it's time for time management, and that means take a break. Thanks. Appreciate that, Sandy. Don't know about the second button. That's pretty good. Yep, keeping it simple. I'm not seeing much as far as texture goes. I think I just need to touch up this area here, and then this area here needs a little bit of love. It's pretty bland. Oh, not there. That looks awful. That's why the bush is very handy. Yeah, I can continue that when I get back. Cool. Once again, folks, I take a break about once an hour. Gives me a chance to reheat the last bit of coffee and gives you a chance to grab a friend to let them know that we're streaming. We're always trying to grow the channel. I will be right back. I had to fly right after my break. There's 2 creepers right by all the work I just did. And I am in no mood to risk that, because all that dirt would just explode. And that's the kind of stuff that would just take forever to redo. I don't know if I'm going to pronounce your name right. Pukima? I hope that's right. Thanks very much for coming in. Hello. How'd you find the stream? If our DRC, hello, welcome back. Creepers be gone. On Blue Sky. Oh, that's cool. That's good to know, because I don't post on Blue Sky all that often. I mean, I really only post on social media like Twitter and Blue Sky when I'm posting a new podcast or posting a stream. That's basically the only 2 times I do that. All right, let's change some of this up a little bit. Am I out of moss? I'm out of moss. You opened it up after months and saw you pop up. That's awesome. Very cool. Yeah, I mean, I do, I let my Discord know when I'm going live. And beyond that, Twitter and Blue Sky are the 2 other places. My Discord gets a heads up if things change. Whereas, like, if I'm on Twitter, then it's usually just like a straight up I'm live right now. The heads up thing is more for people that are in the Discord. I need to update my Twitch schedule too on the Twitch page. It still says I stream at 1 and the summer schedule is now 10 a.m. So a few things have changed. We're just kind of throwing in some details along this path. Trying to make things look nice. Don't know. I want to put another rock in here or not. Guess we try one. Maybe that's too big. We could also just use tough. That's a little bit more unique. Anything to kind of give a border to the path. I think we have to have a couple of flowers on this side too. Sadly, I had to work now. Just wanted to say your world looks amazing. Oh, thanks very much. Very kind of you. Hopefully you'll be back. Thanks for the follow. Cheers. This is only part of the world. Feels kind of even. Some of this was done before the bushes were available, at least to us. Nice. Yeah, that's what it needed. Maybe even go farther. That's a little bit better. Can't put flowers on top of saplings, which makes sense. I do sometimes wish you could put flowers on the two corners instead of going around like counterclockwise. The Wormbo says, I continue to forget about obtaining wildflowers. Should definitely get some of those. It's just bone meal in a forest, right? No, you can just find them in the forest. You don't even have to use bone meal. You can just find them in a birch forest, I think, or flower forest. And then to get more, it's just a full four placement, and then just hit it with bone meal. I have to find a new forest. Ah, fair. Fair, fair, fair. A little even. Maybe we'll put that over here somewhere. Sure. This feels very bland, but I'm not sure what we could do. Maybe just a single drop like that. Nope. There we go. Yeah, I think they're in the birch forest. SweetSandi says the wiki says wildflowers also generate when bone meal applied to grass block in birch forests. Old growth birch forests and meadows. Okay. I don't remember where I went to find mine. I think it was north. I want to say it was over here. Oh, no. I probably had to travel way up here. That's a taiga. It was probably here. If I was to guess. That's something that I might actually incorporate into Westhill in the basement of the keep. Is we don't have a nether portal here at all. And I think it would be kind of fun to put a nether portal in the dungeon. That's what you can put on top of saplings is rooted dirt. Cool. Yeah. I think that works. if you can figure out how to place it right, getting over the edges of blocks is really effective too. You don't want to overdo it, but it is very effective. Cool. I don't think I've missed anything. These all feel complete now. This still feels a little bit bare at the front. Maybe I just need to switch up a texture or something. Cool. Leaf litter could look good underwater if it was something you could waterlog, yeah. I don't know. I would like the same sort of thing that we have with leaf litter and candles and wildflowers. I would love them to do that with like a little stone. Like it would be really cool if you could have something like imagine something about the size of a button, but then every time you clicked on a space, it would just get like larger and larger. You know, like it'd be like one stone in the corner, then like a double stone, and then like a larger stone kind of in the middle, and then the fourth would be like a proper, you know, like not quite a slab, but like smaller than a trapdoor, but that kind of stuff I think would be really cool. All right, cleanup duty. This is honestly the fun part, because then once we get the stuff all moved inside, we've really done like some decent texture work, but then also a lot of logistics today of just like wrapping up the storage system, and very cool. Definitely need to take some time off stream and organize my shulker boxes. They're a little bit all over the place. Everything is in the right box, but the boxes themselves are kind of haphazardly organized. Whoops. Hopefully I have enough room. Lots. So with the exception of the west bank of the Spruce River, all the building inside of Westhill Valley is done. There's nothing else really to be done in this space, which is a very cool feeling. that rock idea that I was talking about, Wormbo, that would be something that I think would be an excellent thing to be able to waterlog. It is crazy. Yeah, I was thinking, like, Pixel Riffs asked me on the show yesterday if it was bittersweet, and I think I've just been on the project for such a long time that I'm really looking forward to like the accomplishment of finishing. I don't think I'm necessarily going to miss it. I think my brain might be working in medieval design for a while, and as I work on like a sci-fi area or new builds around the server, I'm going to be like lost as to, you know, what to use for shapes and inspiration and textures. So it'll be nice not to have to texture everything to make it look weathered and beaten up. That'll be kind of fun. So eventually we're going to have to figure out what to do with all of this too. I think all of this stuff was in the floor. I don't remember where the mud block was. Maybe over here or maybe over here. I don't know. Let's go with bushes. I don't remember what used to be there. Could probably move some of this over. So those are just logs. I feel like maybe the nether stuff should go together. Sure. That's how I imagine completing a novel you wrote feels like. Yeah, I imagine there's probably a certain amount of relief, you know, I would think. I mean, I've done it before, like when I was working in television, working on an animated show that you've worked on for a year to finish the season or to finish the series and have it not be something you're going to be working on again. Like there's definitely a certain level of accomplishment, right? Yeah, that's pretty good. No complaints. It'll be really cool when we have all this stuff on the background there sorted out. It'll look more like this. This bank is all kind of custom. I think that'll be the next thing on the to-do list. Oh, that reminds me. I guess we can check something off, can't we? Very cool. It's hard with the atmospheric perspective, but yeah, quite like it. I'd love you telling more about that one day on the podcast. I've talked about it on Citadel Cafe a fair bit. I think I mentioned earlier today that I have a Bachelor of Fine Arts, but like I worked in, after university where I got my bachelor's, I went to animation school for a year, and then I worked in animation for 6 years, maybe closer to 7. Farm roads, Bee Farm Road, done. Pumpkin Farm Road, also done. The basement is the last thing. So it's just the Keep basement and the Spruce River Bank. And that's it on the list. Unless I come up with something else, which I hopefully won't. Let's see who's live. I can send you along to somebody else playing Minecraft. Usually there's a few people. See here. Pixorus has changed over to Claire Obscure Expedition 33. Joe Hills and Megabyte. Megabyte's live. Let's send everybody over to Megabyte. Megabyte's always a good shout. I'm sure you'll enjoy your afternoon with Megabyte. You can check things out on social media. Joel Duggan, very easy to find. And Joel Duggan on Patreon if you'd like to support the channel. We are now streaming at 10 a.m., 9 a.m. Eastern on weekdays. So Tuesday through Friday. And fingers crossed, if Amazon delivers on time, I should have a new Lego Let's Chat this Friday. And I'll leave it as a surprise as to what set we're going to be building. But it is very cool. I think you will enjoy it. So that's coming up on Friday. There's a new episode of the Spawn Chunks out. It's available on your favorite podcasting app. It's also available on YouTube. Please share it around if you like it. We are trying to grow the channel and grow the listenership for the Spawn Chunks. And so one of the best ways to do that with podcasts is just tell friends. We're very easy to find. The Spawn Chunks on social media, that kind of stuff. And big shout out to Sandy for the moderation today. And thank you to everybody that came by to say hi, that followed, and all of the subs. We had a number of subs today. Really appreciate it. 2 hype trains in one stream. Fantastic. And I will see you back here tomorrow, 10 a.m., 9 a.m. Eastern. Bye for now.